I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you some interesting questions from previous test papers, and this one is a very good question. Here we'll have as part E, limit of the function 4x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 times absolute value of 4x plus 3 when x approaches minus 3 over 4. Let us see how to solve such a question. Here I have a copy of the question from the previous test paper, and now you can actually pause the video, answer, and then check with my solution. The method to solve such questions involving absolute function is to rewrite the function as a piecewise function, since absolute functions could always be written as a piecewise function. What we notice here is that if I substitute x as minus 3 over 4, numerator is 0 and this denominator part is also 0. So absolute value of 4x plus 3 is 0 for x approaching minus, or for x equals to minus 3 over 4. So this function absolute value of 4x plus 3 could be written as positive value 4x plus 3 when x is greater than or equal to minus 3 over 4, and this is equals to negative of this value 4x plus 3 for x less than 3 over 4. Correct? So that is how we can define the absolute function, and once we do so, we can find limit as a piecewise function. Correct? So I'm dividing this page into two portions. Here we will consider when x is less than minus 3 over 4, and on this side we'll consider when x is greater than or equal to minus 3 over 4, right? Since you know absolute function is different. It's a combination of two piecewise functions. Okay, now let's find limit for both and see how what the answer is, right? So both should be exactly same when we are approaching minus 3 by 4 from left. So when we say less than this, what are we saying actually? We are saying that x is approaching minus 3 by 4 from left side, which is minus, right? In this case, x is approaching minus 3 by 4 from the right side, so plus, right, from the right side. So let's find both the limits. So this is what we're trying to find. Okay, so if we are approaching from the left side, the expression could be written as limit. Numerator is 4x plus 3, well, x is approaching minus 3 by 4, and let me write minus, saying that we are approaching from the left side, and then we have x minus 2 times. So if you are approaching from the left side, this expression will be negative of 4x minus 3, right? So it is negative of, let me write first as this itself. Okay, so that is how it is. Same expression, if you are approaching from the right side, that is x approaching minus 3 by 4 from the right side, could be written as 4x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 times 4x plus 3, right? The positive value. Correct? Now, this is negative of 4x plus 3, so it could be simplified as limit s approaches minus 3 over 4 from negative side, and once you cancel, you get negative 1, since this is negative, over x minus 2. And now if I substitute x with minus 3 over 4, what do I get? Okay, so let's substitute. So we get minus 1 over minus 3 over 4 minus 2, right? So that gives us, so this 4 goes to the numerator, so we have minus 4 divided by, it is minus 3 minus 8, so minus 3 minus 8 is minus 11, and the negative, both negatives could be cancelled out. We could write this as 4 over 11. Let's do the same thing on the right side. It could be written as limit x approaches minus 3 over 4, and as you know, this cancels out, so you get 1 over x minus 2, and when I substitute minus 3 over 4 here, I get 1 over minus 3 over 4 minus 2, right? So that gives us 1 over, let me do this calculation in a different way. So it is minus 3 minus 4 is common denominator, 8 over 4, right? So that gives you 4 goes in the numerator, and that is minus 11. So what you get here is 4 over minus 11, and what you got from the left side is 4 over plus 11, right? So what we observe here is that the limit of the function, so we can say that the limit of the function as x approaches minus 3 over 4 from the negative right, so let me write the function f of x, right? Let this be the function f of x, okay, is actually not equal to limit of the function as x approaches minus 3 over 4 from the positive side, right? You know it is, this is plus when it approaches from the left side, and it's negative of 4 over 11 from the right side, and therefore we say that limit does not exist. So the limit does not exist, right? So the limit does not exist since you can say the limit from the left side is not equal to limit from the right side. So that is how you could solve it. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.